Yep. Let's get ready to rumble, baby, in 3, 2, 1. On today's episode, we will recap how we totally fucked up last week and recorded an awesome episode that the whole entire thing was on mute. So we're going to do that episode again and then dive into what we did last weekend, which was catch a bunch of different species fish. And always, remember, this episode is brought to you by Coors Pure and Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the greatest organic beer around and the greatest hard seltzer there ever was. Now let's dive into the pod. Welcome back to Sportsman's Paradise Podcast with your two anchors, Kent McGuire and Chase D. Carpenter. Boner. How you doing, Chase?
I feel like a dingus. I mean, last episode I set up the cameras and I was here. This was my setup and we were on mute.
We were on mute. I don't know how we were on mute though, because I didn't notice the thing on mute.
Yeah, and
which was the weirdest thing.
All the instructions, but it's also day 10. It's getting hard out there.
Day 10 is getting hard. It is getting so hard.
Yeah.
If you
say that,
if you know. Oh my God.
Little bit of technical difficulties. Mick Jagger, right? Oh, like Aerosmith. He walks around with the mic.
Yes. Give us 2 seconds to fix this. The whole entire microphone stand just fell.
It's easy, Kenny.
So we're gonna fix that, and then we'll be right back. So stay tuned. There might be like 5 seconds of just pure silence, which may be better. Give us 1 sec.
It's an easy fix. Put the thing in the hole. Nothing fell. Put this in the hole.
Yeah, the clamp is not on the table anymore.
Oh, well, that's why it fell. Under your bag.
What the fuck? There was a clamp. Oh, here it is.
I know. Here, go put it on the clamp first.
Stay with us. Stay with us, y'all.
We're back.
And we are back. Sorry about that. That was bizarre. Bizarro world.
The ladies' room, we're fucking with the mics. Oh, the girls' room.
The girls' room. Literally. All right. I got flat. I was bamboozled by that microphone. Where were we? We were talking about it is getting rough out here for 10 days. Hard, we should say.
Yes.
But I guess let's dive in on what we talked about last episode. Chase went out with one of his buddies to an unknown area.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
A slice of heaven. So it was a great trip. Went Monday and Tuesday of last week. Weather was awesome. Not too much wind, like 5 to 7. So day 1, I went with the game plan of going with the baitcaster because I didn't want to miss any reds on the fly. And a little backstory is he's a fly fisherman. So I went baitcaster.
What are you, a masturbator?
Yes. Not this month.
Not this month.
Not this month. So we start off the day. Beautiful. We pull up to the first spot. The wind isn't too bad. And we start pushing. He goes past the first little point, and I see a redfish back out the water. Throw right in front of his face, hooked it, boom. Day was set.
Kabam.
Yes.
Drag, screaming action.
Yes, and it was a fun one. It was like 28 inches, so it was nice.
That
and
is nice.
then immediately after, we kept on seeing reds. We were pushing on the shore, pulling. It was nice.
Big schools? You saw any big
No
schools?
schools. The most we saw were 2 together. I threw the Texas bug into two of them. They chased after. That was beautiful because the water's cleared the bug. But yeah, we just saw a bunch of reds, one or two together, no schools until we went out to a little deeper water, still able to pull, and it was rough. And we saw some schools blowing up.
Blowing up.
So we put we put a cork on.
You could see them coming out of the water?
Oh, yeah.
Just rippling?
It was awesome. No, they were blowing up out of the water.
A rippling and a tearing?
Yes. And we didn't catch any there, though, but we caught two massive sail cats.
Ooh.
And then moved on. Because it was hard to pull through that. It was really wavy and windy.
Does he have a trolling motor?
Yeah, but the battery was dead.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So then we moved on. Went to this sandbar. Beautiful place. Started throwing all right where it goes into deeper water, and there's just a ton of reds stacked up. And that's where I caught my first above 30 incher, 36er. It was awesome on the bug.
First ever?
No, of the trip. Because that's the targeted. We were targeting the big bulls. No keepers,
Bulls on parade?
Yes.
And then
we got a nice sheet.
This was first day. Drum. Yes. You got a big drum.
Drum. Tell
them why it kind of sucked to catch a big drum.
Oh, it sucked because there's reds all over the place, and I was stuck reeling in this big ugly. Took a while, and they were catching reds around me. It was pretty frustrating. I didn't want to break off the bug, so I had to bring it all the way in.
Yeah, right. You can't do that. It's like a $7.50 lure.
Yeah. And we were catching a bunch of reds there, and then the best spot came. This is towards the end of the day. We pull
end of first day?
Yeah, end of first day. And we pull up, and our buddy's up front with the fly. He hooks onto one, and when it runs, we see like 5 to 10 other redfish run around. So I grab the bait caster, and I throw just into chaos. I'm not targeting just one. It hooks up, runs a different direction, and there was like 10 more reds just went wild. There's just chaos. There's like 2 feet of water.
Fuck.
So you could see them everywhere, and we're getting like stuck, but it was awesome.
That's one of the coolest things about sight fishing is when you throw it, and then you don't even see the other ones because we don't have the trained eye, or you can't see them.
Yeah, they weren't moving.
And then kaboom, they're fucking everywhere.
Madness,
running around, going crazy.
I'd say it was 100-yard canal, just shallow, but 100 yards between the grass.
Long or wide?
Wide.
Holy balls!
So it was a wide one. So we didn't see many of them, but they were going wild. So we hooked up on a bunch there.
What'd y'all name it? Mia Khalifa?
Yes. That was exactly what we named it. Lana Rhodes was the spot before.
Just wide, long strips.
Wide, long strips.
Oh, God.
And that concluded day one. It was a great first day. We were getting on them.
And y'all got out there kind of late, huh? Just because there was no point of getting out there.
Yeah, because we were catching them all day. I mean, there was a lull midday, but we still seen them.
Did you see a lot that just wouldn't eat or not really?
No, not really. Some we would blow the shot. But not a lot that were just not
even in November.
A few of them, even in November, not purposely, at least. Sometimes
I hope we have some meme lords and true men listening to this podcast who understand this.
Yes, for November,
for all men
in the chat. But that concluded day one. Great first day. I caught over 10 reds, all big ones.
God, that's nice.
None really under 25.
That's fun when you're going for that.
Yeah, they're built different out there. And then so day two, I went into it with the goal of using a fly rod because I got my fix.
A little fly, man.
Yep. And we went to this shallower spot, more canals, closer in, so I don't have to make long casts per se.
Okay.
And it was a little windier. And I'm warming up my cast, and it's going all right. And he's like, look, you don't need to do the whole shebang and throw it out there with multiple casts. I'm going to get you close, and you can just flip it.
A little roll cast almost?
Roll cast. You can get that like 10 yards in front, maybe farther, because the long, like 8-foot pole.
Drop it right in front of that little snout.
Yep, just a quiet little fly going in there quietly. So we got to these first two fish. The two of them, I throw the fly, and they bite it, and I try to hook set like a bass master. That's not how you do it, but that's just instinctively. And it was a beautiful hook set. I thought I was like, no way, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Fly whips out of their mouth, flies over. I'm like, oh, missed that one.
Shit. There's no way this doesn't work. I couldn't agree more. That's like when I was younger going side fishing with Cole, and he was like, just let the redfish eat it. Do not set the hook with the gold spoon. I was like, fuck that. Yeah, right. When they'd eat it, I'd set the hook, miss him. He'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'd be like, son, I'm setting the hook.
Yep.
What do you think I am? So then I switched to spinner baits.
When I went bone fishing, we were using spinning line and small jigs, and the guide's like, do not ever set the hook ever. And I'm like, okay. And I was assuming it's like, let him take it. So the first bonefish goes on, I'm letting it take it. He's like, don't set it. I'm like, okay, but it's in its mouth. And I went, boom, got him. You said no.
Oh,
flew right out of his mouth. He's like, you just tried to set it. And I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, the next one.
Why not bonefish? Because they're so bony.
The mouths are really small.
Okay.
And they point downwards because they're eating everything on the bottom. But the next one, I let them take it and straight up let it took it. And it took it. It was awesome. It went flying across the water. Yeah.
And you let all the line out before you start reeling?
That is the redfish. So the redfish, when you hook it, you point the pole straight at them, pull the line with, and you hold it with your finger. And then you guide the line out. Sometimes they're not big enough. They won't take all the line. But then the next fish I caught took all the line. So we're following this other redfish with its back out the water, back to the redfish. And we're following it. Couldn't get close enough. And then we look to our right, and there's a massive red by the boat under the water. And it's like 2 feet of water. So I flip the pole over the boat. I throw it a little behind him. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, no, let it sink. It sunk. It turned completely backwards. It must have hurt it or something. Jacked the line. I pointed, held it, stripped a little bit, held it. It kind of tore through my finger, and then kept on running, and it took all the line. It was on.
And then,
yep. I was just going through my head. Bulls on the parade, baby.
And then the rest was history?
Yes, and it was...
Wait, but was this the big boy?
This is the big boy. And it was in a small canal, so it didn't have much to run. So we're just pushing, pulling.
Let him know how big.
Yes, I will. That'll be the finale.
Okay.
And it was going through the marsh, and it went over mud, and the line was going through the mud. I thought I was going to lose it twice because it went way farther than us. Yeah, stressing. He's like, don't worry about it. So we're just working it. And we get to this bigger part where it gets deeper, and then that's where I was working under it. And it felt like a while. I wasn't getting anywhere for a long time. I was reeling a little bit, go down again, reeling, go take more. It was like fighting a tuna.
What is like the drag on a fly rod? Is there drag?
Yeah, he tightened it up pretty good.
Okay.
It's similar to a baitcaster or spinning reel, I'd say. Okay. And these are big pulls. But after 10 minutes, I thought probably less because I was stressing. We got it in the boat. Turned out to be 40-incher.
Holy fuck.
Around 30 pounds. Maybe a little less, but I'm gonna jack it up to 30. It was a beast.
God, that is a beast.
Yeah, and we were taking pictures, chilling. I was like, I didn't want to throw it in yet. And then he's like, there's another red right up the canal, whole back out the water. And this thing looked like a stud. It wasn't bigger, but we caught up to it, got it. It was awesome.
Did you ever try pushing the boat?
Yes, I tried pulling, and it was harder than I thought, honestly. Harder than I thought. I mean, I got stuck in this area where the wind was blowing right down us and the water was pushing us, and I was going nowhere. And he's like, don't do it so hard. I'm like, what do you mean don't do it hard? It reminded me of sometimes this girl. She's like, you're doing it too hard. It's about the flow. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's what pulling was about. Same issue. I'm dealing with it. It's not about aggression. It's about the proper form. And
rhythm.
And rhythm. And
you didn't have
it. Even though the pole was long, didn't have the rhythm. So I didn't get to the goalie hole. The butthole. That's where the red was.
The motion in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's the commotion in the ocean.
The commotion. No, it's the motion of the ocean, not the size of the waves.
Oh, that's what it is. Last time when we had this muted, we couldn't think of that one.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It's the motion in the ocean.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
I digress. I wasn't able to get down this, and we switched, and he was able to do it quite swiftly.
And Chase has been working out like a madman. That must have been a big shot.
I know, and I was like pushing it. Come on. Putting my whole body into it. Like, I am doing this perfectly. Was not.
Oh,
I was
fuck.
not. But then once we got around that, I was able to pull for a little bit. It's cool
tough, huh?
Yeah, you can see it all.
It is tough to pull as well. Just like putting it in the right direction stuff. If there's any wind at all, even if there isn't really much wind.
Yeah. And watching him fly fish was like Indiana Jones whipping. It was beautiful. It was like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And in a fly rod, Yeah, nay whip. You'd hit the nay real quick and whip it out, and the flies, like the line would go a different direction. The fly would land right in front of the fish. It's like, holy shit!
Dang.
Yeah,
that sounds so fun. We might have to look into getting a fly rod for us too.
Yes.
And just split it.
The stealthness is amazing. You could put it like right on their face, and they don't spook.
I'm more excited about the fight. I want to see what it's like to fight on one.
It's fun because they kind of just go, and the way I felt is like they're going, but you got a pretty secure line on them. It doesn't pop much. Like they grab the leaders frequently, and I'm like, don't do that. Yeah, no. That's
probably because we never change our leaders.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. Day one, I told them when I had the 36 inch on, I'm like, this leader's been on for 2 months. Last time I went fishing.
God, we haven't been fishing in way
double
too
uni
long.
Doesn't fail.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But the 12-pound leader sometimes does fail.
Yes. That's why I'm up at 15 now.
Oh, that's a
So
good
it didn't
move.
fail. Nothing popped the whole time.
I don't even know. I think both of my leaders just got too small and I cut it off, and now I don't even have a leader on. I got to fix that before this weekend.
Double uni.
Because I'm fishing a first tournament ever fishing this weekend, and we'll dive into that a little later in the episode.
Oh, yeah,
we'll dive into that a little later in the episode. You little son of a bitches. I know y'all are curious. I know your little balls are tingling about this story,
especially this month.
Yes. Woo! Woo! But goddamn, yeah, I was super jealous of that trip. That trip seemed awesome. So much fun.
Got a lot of reds. First red on the fly was my biggest red.
Oh, golly. And then I was so disappointed when you called me Monday afternoon. And you were like, hey, we got an extra spot in the boat. You trying to come down and fish? And I was like, oh, you dickhead. I already am going with my cousin tomorrow, which I was amped about doing. And we had a fun day, but I was like, fuck, that sounds fun.
Saw a lot of fish on Tuesday.
Man, it's so much fun going on someone else's boat where you don't have to worry about anything. Yes. If shit starts breaking, it's like, oh, well, I'll just help you, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to break any of your stuff. Which leads me to taking out my boat on Tuesday of last week. And it was a trip from hell, but it was a ton of fun. And so I woke up early with my cousin Joel, as some people call him. And the sun didn't rise till this was pre-daylight savings.
Yes.
So the sun didn't rise until like 7. And I was like, there's no point in getting out there super, super early. I was like, let's meet at day and night at around, I think we settled at like 6:35, 6:45, nice. Just when you can get there, because I had to fill up gas. And then he called me at like 5:15, and he was like, yo, I'm ready to roll you up. And I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So we went to day and night. Haven't had one of those bacon, egg, and cheese croissants in way too long, and my God,
they're amazing.
They are so fucking good. They're still so good. Those Vietnamese people are unbelievable.
Yes.
At making food and putting a smile on my face. Mm-hmm. They're so funny, cute, and awesome.
Yeah.
And but before we went there, me and Chase moved into a new home. And the driveway is pretty narrow, and the median is very high.
Very high.
And if a car parks in front of our house, it is very hard to turn the boat and the truck without hitting the car parked in front of our house. So I think I can do it, and I don't do it. I almost hit the car, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So then I back it back in. Then I try to ram up the median, which is like on how high? You think it's like a foot?
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, maybe. So I pop up there, still can't make the angle. So I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm like, I'm going to take off the boat. There's traffic all the way down our street at 5:30 in the morning. And I'm pissed off. I was out of coffee, so I didn't even have any coffee. I'm like, oh, I'm yelling by myself, like, motherfucker, this is bullshit. So then I try to shove my boat, not connected to my car, up the curb. Now, this is just a regular curb.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. And normally I can do it. I couldn't fucking do it. I'm Did it 4 times. Can't get it. Then I'm like, screw it. I'm going to pull the boat just out and turn it manually, reconnect it, fuck everyone who's waiting. And then I'll just go. And then I turn around and a priest is running after me. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then he's
rapture.
And he's like, oh, can I help you? Can I help you? You almost got it. I saw you. You almost had it. And I'm like, don't touch me.
Jesus. You're not Catholic, are you? Jesus Christ. I'm old. I'm an old man. My button was used, worn.
And so he's like, come on, we can do it. And I'm like, oh, no, we're just going to hook it back onto the truck. I just turned it. Help me turn it. Put it on there and hooked it up. Out of there, priest jogged back to his car. And I held back some jokes on that one. Sorry, listeners. I was maybe next time a priest hops out of his car and grabs my inner thigh to help me out. I'm like, oh,
he's like, forget the boat. Yeah. Let's go inside.
Let me see that pole.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Oh, God.
I'm fishing for something else this morning. Booty hole action.
So he helps me. And then I go out. And by the way, Claiborne sucks dick at all times. I hate Claiborne so fucking much. Uptown is dreadful with a boat leaving to go fishing in the morning. It is a total pain in the ass. Bad streets, bad traffic. But I'm on my way. Get the sandwiches, dope as shit. And then I saw one of the coolest things of all time.
What?
A dirt bike connected, the front half of a dirt bike connected to the back half of a four-wheeler.
Oh, perfect.
And it was so fucking
like a
cool.
Can-Am.
Yeah. It was
but cool.
It was so awesome. And then fuck, it was so good. And then
thing's a tipping machine.
It was extremely dangerous. And then I got sent a picture by Chris Folan sent me a picture of the same motorcycle type of deal. Yes, Notorious. And it was Ty Hibb says he sees it all the time there too. And when he sent me the picture, when he saw it, it had a shotgun, a machete, and a 12-pack of beer tied onto it. And I was like, this fucking guy's a legend.
American.
Whoever rips this bitch around. So that was so cool. But then we get out there, launch the boat. By the way, everyone, I forgot I didn't dive into this, dove into this last weekend. Y'all didn't hear it. My boat has been having issues where it can't get to full speed without like going and it's bullshit. So everyone keeps saying it's a fuel issue. I've done all the fuel shit, but I'm gonna have to redo it because I probably just did it wrong or not. I just probably didn't clean the right shit. And so I'm gonna have to order those parts, do that. But I changed it all, cleaned it out, got new gas. Cleaned the connectors, followed the gas line, drained all the carburetors.
Yes.
I was like, let's do it. So putt out there, push it up. I'm like, I'm not going to go full throttle. I'm going to go 3/4, maybe 7/8 for throttle. Hit it. Sounds awesome.
Perfect.
Boat's running. I'm like, let's go. Do it about 4 minutes. I'm like, fucking right. I'm looking at Joel like, I might have fixed this boat. And then I didn't fix it. Go. So we go up all the way down Joe's ditch, kind of putt, and pull right out there. These guys are catching trout right at the end of Joe's ditch.
Like, well, this is perfect.
And I'm like, Chase, this is the same story that happened in one of our first adventures out in the marsh when I tried to pull a fast one and go through a shortcut during low tide, not knowing the water was about 6 inches deep, maybe less, got totally stuck, mud everywhere. Motor was yelling. So I was like, motherfucker. But that was a different story. We'll get into that later during our story time on our next pod. And we get out there. I'm like, oh, if they're catching trout right here, because we pulled up, the guy reeled in, like, let's go try this other corner. Maybe we'll get one. We didn't get one, stayed there for about 10 minutes. And I was like, we got a long putt to get to where we want to go. And we can't go full speed. Let's not miss crunch time.
Yeah.
So we go out there, try a new spot, even though I said we're going to go all the way to this new spot, to our normal spot. Mm-hmm. Try a new spot, plug in the trolling motor, which I worked on for about 30 minutes to get it running well the day before as well. It doesn't work. And now I am furious.
Yep.
And I'm like, you just fucking fish. I'm going to fix this. So I keep doing everything, try to figure it out. And I'm like, maybe it goes into 1 and 3 or 1 and 2 instead of 1 and 3, which it normally is. So I switched the wires there. Then it starts working. Mm-hmm. I'm like, let's go.
We're on.
Yeah, we're on. So I don't look at it. I'm doing it. Next thing you know, I look down, or I keep stopping and going. Then I look down, and the connector where I plug the battery part to the trolling motor wire, plug that in. If you have a trolling motor, that I'm talking about, y'all probably plug it into your boat with all your nice little nice boats. Not me. I'm all free wires, motherfuckers. I don't
free wire gang.
Yeah, free wire gang, no electric tape.
Imagine your wires being trapped inside of your boat. This message brought to you by Free Wire gang.
Yes. Free, yes. So I don't play that shit, Gator. Yeah. And this is why I probably should play that gang, but I don't. I'm an OG gangster. I look down and my connector is smoking so much. It is about 200 degrees. Almost caught the whole entire boat on fire. My fire extinguisher's definitely expired. Yep. So I would have been fucked, and unplugged it. No trolling motor, and really no good motor either. Yes. So I'm like, oh, this is sick. At least we're out here.
You made it out there.
Made it out there. And then Joel caught a little bass while we were just floating down. We were amped about that. We were like, hey, at least we caught something. So then I said, let's just go slow all the way down to this canal. We'll just fish this whole entire canal and anchor in every spot, and we'll probably get something. So we stop at the first spot, and something keeps tickling my little shrimp. We got dead shrimp. Joel loves, we got live shrimp. Joel loves shrimp more than anything. And shout out Campos.
Yes.
Campos is an absolute legend. Went over there. Joel went over there to get shrimp, and I didn't have an aerator because I forgot the last time I left it in my backyard and it filled up with water, and I always put the aerator in the thing so I don't lose it. And that's how it broke. So got a new one. And he said, how much is that, sir? And he said, you take it for free.
When you're there, you're family.
And Joel said, that is the sweetest thing of all time. And he said, someone gave it to me last week. I got it for free. You get it for free. Yes. And I was like, what a beast. And this thing is, it
shoots out.
Yeah, it's like really powerful. It's way better than the one I had before, which was awesome. So then we went out. Went to this one spot. Someone kept tickling my little line. And I'm like, and I kept missing him. And I'm pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? Haven't fished in too long. I got to get my shit back together. Boom. Finally catch it. Nice big trout, about 13 and a half inches. Yes. I'm like, kaboom, kaboom. So then Joel throws it out. We don't catch anything for about 3 minutes. Catch another trout. Don't catch anything about 5 minutes. Catch another trout. We're like, holy shit.
All right, the semi.
What are we doing here? So then I threw a lure out there. I'm like, let me see if I can get one. Boom! Set the hook. Boom! Caught a pipe or something. Didn't. Yeah. Thought I was on.
Like, this is it.
Yeah, this is it. We got loaded. So I was pissed off about that. Got it back though, and then I said, let's go try the other spot I love. So we pull up on land, ghetto style, just fucking gun it right into the fucking marsh. Mm-hmm. That's why you always got to go aluminum, boys and girls. You can run that bitch into anything. And it's awesome. So I do that. First cast, throw it out, set the hook hard on this fucking fish. Immediate drag, screaming action. Goes off, boom, gone.
Shit.
I'm like, I started crying.
Did you lose a little?
I literally threw a hissy fit, pegged my pole down. Just kidding. That didn't happen. I put on another shrimp. I said, let's get them, boys. Joel, I threw it out, caught a nice black drum.
Nice.
Puppy drum, though.
Yes.
About 18 inches. I was
Perfect.
like, epic style. Joel throws out, boom, catches a trout. I throw out, boom, another keeper puppy drum. Joel throws out, boom, catches a nice big blue cat. And we had Thanksgiving this past weekend on November 7th for some reason. And we were like, let's keep all the fish for Thanksgiving and we'll fry it up and it'll be a nice little appetizer.
Yes.
Or a nice little side entree. I've never had fried catfish with gravy on it.
Awesome.
Maybe it would be awesome.
Be amazing.
But he decided to fry it up that night. So we didn't have any.
Probably amazing.
Any catfish, you dickhead. And he's actually, I got to tell you a story about what he's about to go do. Or we actually should get him on the pod. And then
we'll tell it.
He's going fishing in the Amazon. So stay tuned. If you see
Arapaima,
peacock bass, piranha.
Yes.
And they're going hunting for jaguar and deer, possibly.
Awesome.
Crocodilians.
Awesome.
Crocodile.
They're actually called something else.
Crocodile?
No.
From One Piece?
It's a woman, actually.
Oh.
That's a theory. I got it. 1 second.
Okay. I'll continue. So then we ended up catching a good amount of fish there. And I was like, let's go run.
They call it caiman.
Yeah.
They're crocodile, but that's what they call them.
Okay. They're cool looking.
They're fucking badass. They're bitches, though. They're small. They're small.
Are they that small?
Yes, caimans are smaller than the African crocodile.
Oh, yes.
And American gator, too.
Really?
Yeah, they're small little bitches. They
The
get
American
domed.
alligator.
Dude, yes. Anacondas dominate those bitches.
Anacondas also dominate the African crocodiles, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you ever seen the picture in the Nile when the motherfucker ate like a 13-foot alligator?
That's a strange one. Hippos run the show in the Nile.
Hippos are cool
And
as shit.
Pablo Escobar's hippos run the show in Colombia.
That's wild.
Hippos are the greatest land sea predator.
Yeah, you think?
Land river. They can't do anything in the sea.
I like humans.
Oh, we're pretty good. We take away our weapons, the hippo will fuck us up.
Well, yeah, but we got weapons.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know, though. I could probably fucking get a hippo and start feeding it treats. No. And then one of the treats is poisonous.
Aha.
Dead.
Sleight of hand.
Stupid ass. All right. So then we go to this new spot where I always see old people. These two old men are always at this canal. And they're always parked up against the bank catching fish. And I'm like, what the fuck? I never catch fish there. So I said, let's go try it. It's a pretty day. So we go and try it. Ran up on a mud flat. Ended up getting off pretty easily, which was nice. Didn't catch anything, though, which was a bitch.
They don't have the secret.
And then we ran back, and I was like, Joel, we're going back. We're going back home. So then I am on a work conference call. We are pretty much stuck in the mud. So I'm like, oh my God. So we get off of that. And then our Instagram gets hacked. Yeah. And then fucking, for some reason, I got like 20 phone calls and texts like, hey, your shit's hacked. Your shit's hacked. It's like, all right, well, we know. I'm trying to figure it out. And then boom, I run into something. And it wasn't loud. I was like, I must have something. So, but first I started it back up because I was like, this boat sometimes just dies. Yes. Started back up, go. Still does not go. I'm like, what is this? I must have seaweed stuck in the prop. Lift up the prop. I have about a 35-foot black tarp all wrapped up in the motor. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. It's only 62 degrees outside and I got to hop in the fucking water.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I do that. You can check that out on our Instagram. There's a video of it. It's priceless. And just remember about shrinkage. So we end up getting it out. It was actually very easy. Throw the bitch and drive through the shallow part, full speed, doesn't crap out on me. I'm like, let's go. Getting back into Joe's ditch, get home, go to clean fish. I got absolutely dominated by fucking gnats, and I wanted to murder everyone. I literally wanted to murder every single person. I was like, oh my God, this is bullshit. Chase called me on my drive home, and I was like, oh, probably my boat or the fucking trailer tires are going to fly off. Everything is going bad today. But it was a fun day.
Yes.
It really was a fun day, and it was very nice that we actually caught fish. I wasn't too optimistic, so it was a good day.
That's a good day. You didn't break down.
Didn't break down.
No trailer troubles.
Yes. Trailer troubles are the worst. I'd rather
worst.
like my boat. No, that's not true.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true. I kind of lied to y'all. I hate when that happens, but I really do hate trailer shit. And now let's dive into the new episode of what we did this past Saturday with the balls.
Yes, Saturday. We are so excited. We're taking a boat out. The Cook's boat is supposed to be running great. Trolling motors there. Everything's working. New speakers. So excited to try the speakers.
Yeah, and I'm amped. I'm like, fuck yeah, we got Chase's boat. This bad boy always pretty much starts and goes.
Yeah, I've never really had too many issues. So we have our buddy Will Lord in town. Shout out Will. He's never really fished down here, so we're excited to go show him the water.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and we're like, hey, if we don't catch anything, at least we'll be on the water on a nice day. So we go to the boat
We'll
launch.
show you the marsh.
Yeah, we'll show you the marsh. It's really cool. And he was excited to go check it out. So we go to the boat launch, and immediately I noticed the boat isn't locked up. I was like, what the hell? That's weird. The locks are gone. We have no idea where the locks went. No, someone's not telling me something because I don't think the locks just disappeared. I don't think they're cut, but that's irrelevant. Yeah. So, and
did you take the ball back?
No, I have not taken.
Let's get that when we leave.
Yes. And then we go to the boat closer in. The motor is trimmed all the way on the wires,
like all the way up.
And that we were told that's a no-no, and I've never seen that before because we've never left it like that. Don't know who did that either. So we get it ready anyway. Put the plugs in. I left the plugs in. Fuck. Good thing it hasn't rained. I left the plugs in. I'm gonna fix that tomorrow. But got everything ready. We're about to go into the water. Perfect launch. Kent's about to put it in. We're like, let's just turn it on and see if it's working. Nothing. Doesn't turn over whatsoever. Not even like.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Nothing. As if the engine wasn't connected to the keys.
Yes.
Couldn't figure it out.
Not even like a.
And we had the bore with us, and he couldn't figure it out either.
No, we took apart the whole bottom section, tried to change batteries, followed all the wires, took off the motor, top, and it was nothing. 4 strokes are way harder than 2 strokes.
Yeah,
also.
And we were working, and we were like, shit, time's running out, the early morning time, which we really wanted to fish for some trout. Like, let's just go to our go-to spot on land.
Land ho.
And we did, and it was beautiful. Started off early.
It really was beautiful.
First spot, we tried nothing, but we quickly moved. Second spot, we caught a blue cat.
Monster. This thing was one of the biggest blue cats I've caught. And follow us on Instagram. We'll throw it on that bitch. Yes. Maybe even before this pod releases.
Yes.
But it was fun, and it didn't really fight much. And then, of course, I parked my truck far, so we didn't have the net. And this bitch is wrapped around all these fucking weeds, and there's rocks all over because we're on the land, and I'm stressing out because Joel's like, the blue cat was so fucking good. Make sure you keep all the blue cats. So I'm like, we're about to feed the fam. And then Big Roo.
He sprints to the car, Mach speed, dust in the wind, blinds me. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
You still got the fish? I can't even see. I think a jet flew over us. Jesus. When the dust cleared, Richmond was netting this bastard. Missed it twice.
He did.
God damn it.
Maybe more than twice. I was like, Richmond, just fucking get it. He's like, it's too big. I was like, fucking
not too big.
Not too big. Get it in there. But he got it in there, which was epic. So we got that, and we were like, we're on the board.
Yeah, and I was antsy because I really like this spot, and there's a lot of places to fish. So while they still fish that area, I booked it up forward without any shrimp, just one shrimp on the hook and a lure. And I get to this spot, I throw the bait at this point, let it sit there, and then it goes down slowly. And then I lose the shrimp. But no. Yeah, and I was like, maybe it was another catfish. So the lure there, nothing. Water's really muddy.
Probably the same fucker that took your lock.
Yeah, the lock, and who lifted the engine. Bastard. Watch this, bitches. I walk back to the cars and they're ready to move. We go back to the spot, put on a shrimp, next cast, boom, redfish. A good one, 18 incher.
That was so epic.
Yeah, so we got 2 eating fish, days of success.
Yeah. We can feed the fam. But got even better.
Yes, we worked that spot more, no fish. So we go to the point where I was most excited because I was looking for the trout.
Yes.
And we're fishing it. Kent throws a lure first.
No. Live shrimp.
I thought you caught the trout on a lure.
Live
shrimp.
Live shrimp.
Yeah.
And it kept robbing me and tickling me. And I'm like, what is this? Why do I keep getting tickled down below?
It's November. You ain't allowed to do this.
It's November.
Yeah.
And then kabam. I just let him eat it and did one of those little slow lifts while reeling. I was like, let me. And then got him in.
Got him.
Then we were amped.
Trout 13
keeper.
It's like, this is it, baby.
We did it. And then Chase comes up with his lure
because you missed a few after. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this one.
Mm-hmm.
Reeling it in, nothing right next to the rocks. Boom, got a hit. I'm like, got a trout, baby. Reeling it up, flip it over, it's a flounder.
Nice.
Good flounder, and it breaks off on the rocks. And I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, it breaks off on the rocks, but on the land.
Yes, on the land. We caught it. And it was like 16 inch or something like that. We were like, okay, Dave's really good now because I haven't caught a flounder in a long time.
And the night before, we told Lord, he was like, what's the best fish to eat? And we said, a stuffed flounder. But don't even, we literally said, quoted, don't even fucking think about catching a flounder tomorrow because we're not catching one.
You hear me?
You hear me? Yeah. He was like, whoa, all right, dude.
Like, relax.
Listen.
Yeah.
We will not catch a fucking flounder.
But
bam.
We got one.
Caught 2.
Yes. The other one was real small.
It was.
But then we got another trout in the mix because Lord got a trout.
Richmond got some redfish.
Oh, he was just finessing those babies.
Richmond found a little spot where I brought some lawn chairs and me and Richmond were lazy man fishing. Yeah. Just chilling, staring at our corks after we caught some fish. And he found this little spot where he probably caught 8 to 10 redfish.
Yes, all undersized, but he was chilling.
Except one
to 80s music.
Yes.
Wow, just reeling them in. Like, he wouldn't look at the cork and look over like 5 minutes later, like, oh, it's under. Boom, redfish.
And then he sets the hook
to the heavens. Full body.
He sets the hook so fucking hard with a cork. It is so priceless. And he misses
squats down low,
yeah.
jerks it all body to the sky. Sometimes the cork flies out of the water just all the way over.
It's incredible.
Yeah, he's like,
I gotta get that on film when he goes to set a cork.
Magic hook set. It works 50% of the time, all the time.
It's so priceless.
Yeah,
but he probably caught the most fish out of anyone.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Beast. And then I took his spot and caught like 3. Oh, and the bass. But go on with Lord.
Oh, well, Lord was able to bring in a nice redfish with a real blue tail. We'll post that. Drum Spots will probably post it because it was real nice and blue. He had it on the bottom towards the oyster shells.
Yes.
That was good. And I was happy he got a red.
Me too. I was happy he caught some keepers.
Yeah. He catches them in Charleston, but Louisiana reds are different.
Yeah, and it's just cool to catch him. And it was cool because our spot is kind of in the marsh. He had a great day.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Even though the boat didn't work, he had a good time. I had a good time.
Really good time.
You had a good time. Richmond had a good time.
Best time, probably.
And then Drew threw out in his little special cork, and this motherfucker reeled in like a 4-pound bass.
And he was fucking with it as if it was a small red. He's like, let it take it. He's like, what is it? He's like, I don't know, probably a red. Just like taking it slow, having a good time. And we're looking, it's a bass.
Huge marsh bass. Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, I cast out same spot. Boom. I catch like a 4-pound bass as well. We were like, holy fucking balls.
I mean,
it was epic.
Imagine, because some of those days, like another day at that spot, those would all be keeper reds.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. That would have been amazing. You would have limited out.
It almost reminded me of the day where me and Richmond went to the same spot by boat and caught all those rat reds.
Uh-huh. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big. Because me, you, and Joel went out there and caught all the big reds.
Yes.
And that was like, whoa, they're big everywhere. And Joel had bad line. And we had no net. We had to grab them with our hands.
Half a pole.
Yeah. But that was a good day.
That was a great day.
Caught a flounder that day, too.
Yeah, we did.
Flounder Point.
Flounder Point.
What do y'all like to know where that is, huh?
And then, yeah, this spot I will never say.
Yeah, Omega secret.
Y'all can shoot me a DM like, hey, where's that spot? And guess what? I will say, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to reply to you, fuck off, period.
We're going to send you to a sewage runoff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just go up the road in New Orleans East on one of those canals.
It's right there. It's actually out on Lakeview. We actually drove back and fished off the it's right next to the causeway.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to go all the way.
Throw right under the bridge.
They're right under the causeway bridge, right
Use
next
a tuna
to
popper, but put weights on it so it can sink.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Yes. And just reeled in like a jerk bait.
Yeah.
But we ended up catching 6 species. We caught sheep's head.
Yep.
We caught redfish.
Mm-hmm.
We caught catfish.
Mm-hmm.
We caught bass.
Mm-hmm.
We caught trout.
Mm-hmm.
And a flounder.
Yep.
Little floundy.
So a good day.
Was a good day. It was a fun day too. Beautiful weather. It got a little chilly. So then I said, I want to see if we could survive out here.
Yes.
All we have is a Bic lighter
And a car.
and a car.
Some power.
But no, well, we didn't even use a car. We had a Bic lighter and I gathered some kindling, put some rocks around in a circle and made a fire. And I was like, holy fuck, I made a fire. I was very impressed with myself. I was like, let's go. And then we cooked the little trout on the fire.
With the stick. It was disgusting.
It was disgusting. It tasted like rotten
no
fish.
Seasoning. Yeah, we didn't get it all the way
No
through.
seasoning. Definitely wasn't cooked all the way.
But I gutted it to perfection.
You gutted it to absolute perfection.
We had tinfoil, lemons, and seasoning.
Sheesh. Next time.
Yeah.
Next time we definitely should do that. But it was awesome. Clean the fire out after with our urine and beer, with course pure light.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome. And that kind of wrapped up that day.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
It really was a fun
day.
day.
Take care of the boat after, so it was fun.
You did?
Didn't.
Yeah, didn't, which was awesome. Left that bitch dirty.
Yep.
And then now we're moving on to this weekend coming up. Chase has to dress up like a clown in a tuxedo and drive 8 hours to a wedding.
I dress up as a clown every day when I go to my work from 8 to 5. When someone on YouTube tests out toys. Or 2 guys with tattoos on their face sing Island Boy and make millions on TikTok.
I'm an island boy.
Actually, they're
just island boy. I'm just staring at the sun.
Staring at the sun. Put it on my vest now, y'all. I like them a lot. Actually.
I like them too. They're pretty funny people. So Chase is doing that, and then I am fishing I think like a yacht club fishing rodeo or something. I have no yacht club. The only thing I know about it is that it is going to be cold and windy. Jeez. And it's a 2-day tournament. And I'm only fishing it Saturday.
Nice.
Redfish? I don't know.
Just like catch a lot of fish.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to go out there and just smack some fish around.
Yeah.
Dress warm, bring a big thermos of some hot cocoa or coffee or tea. Me and Chase are becoming a little tea bags.
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan brain tea.
Yes, and it's awesome. Right when we took our first sips, we immediately started hacking the blockchain.
Yeah, we stole about a couple billion
from Bitcoin,
undisclosed
Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Sent it to different countries, bounce off stuff. You know,
put it in the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's up in space now, just floating until we want it.
Yep. But I'm excited about it. I'm kind of dreading it being super cold and windy.
Yeah.
But tune in next Wednesday. Maybe we'll have Tom and James on.
Yep.
And we'll discuss how it went.
We'll get the details. Hopefully y'all win, so that'll be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be super fun if we fucking won.
Yeah. How would that split go since you're only fishing one day?
I said y'all keep it all. Thanks for bringing me.
Yes.
Unless I find out it's like a fucking $10,000 prize.
$100,000 each. Yeah. Like, well, you said keep it. So you're like, well, I'll pump the brakes.
Yeah, then I'm going to cause legal issues and sue the fuck out of them.
You can speak to my lawyer on that one because I remember catching a good amount of it.
Yeah, because I remember I got hacked last week.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I said that. If it's $1 million, I'll say keep it. in my bank account.
Yeah. Well, I'll hang on to this and y'all just text me when you need it.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop.
Catch us on YouTube to see that.
Yes. You don't know what it was. I was hoping for the sound it does.
Yeah. Package a thing of cigarettes or
a
chick.
or a fat bitch.
Yeah.
But we love fat bitches.
We like them thick, as Jackson would say.
We like them thick bitches with 3 C's. I like them thick and dirty. That was gross. Mom turned it off 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
But let's see. What else? I think we don't have much else.
No.
But what I will say is the boys are so fucking back. Tune in. We're recording every Wednesday, hopefully putting them out every Monday. If y'all want us to change the day we put them out, y'all just DM us and guess what we'll say? Get your own fucking podcast and pick your own day. Yeah. I'm just kidding, y'all. Honestly, if y'all like to listen on a different day, if the majority want something else, just let us know and we'll be happy to do it.
Maybe.
And then that's about it from our end. What about y'all? Okay, I guess no.
Very intuitive, but we're not responding. No comment.
No comment. All right. Peace out, bitches. Psych. Tight lines. Love y'all. We'll see y'all soon, and we'll catch us at any boat launch. And y'all are fucking super cool. Thanks for listening. And Venmo us at Kent-McGuire and
it's Chase Carpenter 1, I think.
Venmo is $100 if you listened all the way through, so we know you listened.
Yes, each. Please.
All right, yeah, each, every listener. So if you and your girl, or you and your guy, or you and your y'all got 5 people in the car listening to this, all of y'all owe us $100.
If you're a kid, just go into your mom's purse, take out a credit card, and just send us the details. Just send us the card.
Yeah, take a picture. Make sure you get the QVC code on the back. I don't think it's QVC. That's what grandmothers get. Yeah.
And she she robs gold people. Of their money.
She's brilliant though.
Brilliant. Yeah, just send us the credit card information. I really need a PlayStation. A lot of good games coming out.
Yes, and buy our games too. Tight Limes. Peace, bitches.